So it's where you deny him all the farm in the start, you deny his experience, and you shut him down by doing this. OMG, again, I haven't actually seen them play Rumble, from what I remember at least, and obviously we have seen Akon already play it. So it could be a last ban here, otherwise they're going to have to risk it and maybe get a Ryze first pick. If it's going to be left over by Samsung Blue, we know Gogoing, he loves to play Ryze.
Final ban coming in for OMG. Will they go for one? It's going to be Ryze. Yeah, they ban it themselves. So
must be Lee Sin then.
I mean, you've still got to take it away from Acorn as well. I don't know any Korean top laner that can't play Ryze, let's face it.
I mean, this Ryze ban really tells us that OMG has a very specific first pick in mind. Otherwise, Ryze would have been a perfect option. Zillion is banned, Alistar and Maokai. Some of the typical first picks are already gone. I'm looking at this Lee Sin pick, but I might tunnel on it a bit too hard. Let's wait and see.
Final ban coming through. Samsung Blue, what will it be? Will it be a mid laner? It will be Zed. Yes, it will. Target on Cool. So 2 bans towards him.
Oh.
Bang. Instant locks. Lee Sin.
First time Loveling gets his Lee Sin here. I mean, it's been banned a few times. It's been first picked by the other teams a few times. They've done everything they could to keep him away from Lee Sin. Finally gets it. He's so good on Lee Sin, and he's a big playmaker.
All right, mousing over the Shaco here. But, of course, the Kha'Zix is much more likely. Maybe we even finally get to see that Spirit Rengar come out from Samsung Blue. But honestly, they don't have to take the jungle early. The mid lane was our featured matchup last time around, and already banning out Zed. Dade versus Cool. A lot of people have mentioned how Dade would early pick mid lanes before. Not going to do it this time around, and they do have the guaranteed counter pick, so they can save that for this Cool versus Dade matchup if they need to go with counter pick this time around.
Yeah, they're going to actually have extra counter picks because now they can pick their jungle and they can see the AD carry. OMG wants to log in, which we expect to come in the next rotation for them. And the Janna pickup, we've seen it a few times against Lee Sin. You can stop him from ever engaging onto your team because again, you have the Monsoon, you have your Howling Gale to simply knock him up when he tries to go onto your team.
And we've seen how good she is in team fights where Blue will excel. If you rush that captain's upgrade for your boots, so much mobility, and Blue are definitely the type of team that will take advantage of that very early on in things like dragon fights, especially with assassins like Kha'Zix.
They already have a lot of kiting options just with the Kha'Zix and the Janna, and disengage potential for protect the AD carry comp and a siege comp, which they love to run.
Well, something Gogoing absolutely loves is that Aurelia, and with Loveling on the Lee Sin, we could see a heavy focus on Acorn in that top lane.
Pretty good Bash Bros combo right here. That's a very, very dangerous duo.
We have seen this combo already a few times today, and it's always the same deal. Where's Aurelia? Okay, let's go and gank for her. She's maxing her E, longer stun, and we will kill whatever top laner she's against. And it should also mean the Rumble pickup, if Samsung Blue wanted to play Rumble, is going to be very risky now against an Aurelia who can really shut him down.
Yeah, Gogoing has had a lot of success with this Aurelia in the past.
We're waiting to see what Deft is going to choose. Rotating through just about every AD carry in the book, but we'll see which one he decides to finally end on. Of course, had some fantastic performances on Corki yesterday. Expecting that maybe where it will end up. Jinx currently hovered over for a while though.
I mean, Corki would work because they already have Janna and Kha'Zix for a very, very strong siege comp here, especially in the mid game. Get your Trinity Force completed, get your magic pen on the boots, and then you can start sieging up on towers. That would work with the first few picks. Otherwise, we have seen Deft in the OGM play Twitch a few times, and he's playing it a little bit different from what we see other Twitch players do. He's often very focused on engaging team fights actually, 5 versus 5 here, and because he has Janna and because he has the Kayle, he can pop out as the guy in the front and just hammer away for these 7 seconds with his ulti and without taking any damage.
Right, he can get several members low at once, and then Spirit can clean up. This is a lot how Blue operate in these team fights here. Spirit comes to clean up a lot of these kills, and they have the option of using that intervention either on Kha'Zix for when he dies in, or if Janna is not enough to keep Deft safe. I was also wondering if Deft was going to have the confidence to go with one of these AD carries without his own escape built in after what happened to him on Kog'Maw versus Fnatic. You know, his next game he pulled out the Corki, and he had a really good game. Maybe that gave him, again, the confidence in his positioning once again, and he's not facing quite the crazy pick comp that he was last time.
And a bit more protection as well,
there
especially the Janna pick is going to help him a lot in these fights to go with the Kayle ulti.
Well, the Kayle will take a while to get going, but we know Samsung Blue like that late game. What I'm seeing from OMG here, though, with that Tristana, with that Yasuo locked in, is it is all armor. There is no magic on that side.
Which simply means if OMG goes to late game, it becomes very, very hard for them to kill targets because Samsung Blue can stack so much armor on their side.
Thing is, Blue don't really have tanky members, so not a lot of people that would stack armor on this Blue team. A very offensive-oriented team where they rely on precision timing to pull off this team comp, and it's all about the right timing for Janna and the right timing for Kale.
And Dade here actually finally getting to last pick and counter pick his mid lane. Normally he's very confident, he will blind pick his own mid laner and the rest of Samsung Blue will then wait for their picks. This time around he's actually getting to get a counter pick against the Yasuo in the mid lane. Obviously a champion, he's playing a lot, he knows every single matchup there. And OMG's side, I mean this is the comp we see from OMG so often. It's just full on brawling, team fight, we have a lot of bruisers in there, we want to contest every single objective possible and they have the comp to do it, especially with the Aurelia from mid-game power spike.
Orianna locked in. Lots and lots of protection for Deft in this matchup, no doubt about it. OMG though, do they have it in and they have the comp to get rolling in that mid game? Can they get themselves ahead of Samsung Blue and work a big advantage from it?
Yeah, plus, talking about that early and mid-game stages, I mean, Lee Sin combos extremely well with Yasuo as well. We already mentioned the Lee Sin Blitz Aurelia combos with Go Going, but really, both solo laners, the highlight players for OMG, both work extremely well with Lee Sin. Leveling here has the opportunity to make some early plays.
Yeah, they have a great and safe bottom lane here. You have Nami Tristana, it's a strong lane. Twitch and Janna shouldn't really be able to punish them, and then it's all about leveling, looking at these two solo laners and just snowball them as hard as you can to take the win.
Let's see how this one goes, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a tense battle, that's for sure. Samsung Blue, top of the table currently with 2 wins and 1 loss, but OMG, they took down Fnatic earlier on, and they are at 2-2. So whoever wins this matchup will be top in the group by the end of the game.
Yeah, Fnatic gave both of these teams quite a lot of trouble. Just very small margins, meaning the differences between wins and loss for both.
Well, with the lineups locked in, which team do you guys at home think will take victory in this matchup? Tweet us at LOL Esports with the hashtag OMGWin or the hashtag SSBWin for Samsung Blue. And we'll let you know who you think this voting's going to go after the absolutely epic match between OMG and Fnatic. What do they have left in reserve? Because that may well have taken a lot out of them.
All right, let's see here too, because it's going to be a lot of pressure on Hart. The dive potential with Yasuo plus Aurelia is very, very scary for him. I have to see about the timing for this Blue team. Looks like they are not getting any deep wards yet to look at those lanes.
It's going to be hard again. We talk about Deft and his Twitch play here, how he normally doesn't go for these one-on-one solo kills like we see a player like Imp do a lot. And it's also going to be hard if he tries on something like a Tristana who can shoot him away with her ulti and jump away herself, so she's fairly safe in these one-on-ones against him.
Oh.
We're all about team fights, and that's an early one.
OMG tried to collapse, but instead it's Samsung Blue that have come around on towards them. Dada 777. Are they going to be forced to flash away? Dada may well be. He's gone! Oh, flash just stood around, didn't flash instead. Here's first blood to Deft.
So I'm not sure here if Dada was like, okay, I'm gonna die no matter what because Deft is gonna flash after me anyway, and he had 6 poison stacks on him already. But OMG just blindly walking up the blue buff. You have no idea who's actually behind this.
This is a very, very bad sign for OMG. You know, they're a team that sometimes they show up really, really strong, but also sometimes they play extremely overly aggressive, chasing into the fog of war. This time they were blind, go so far deep. Not a lot of reason to go for that chase. It's such a risky play, but they charge straight across the river.
And that was a very standard level 1 from Samsung Blue. Just spread out all across so you can see every entrance into your own jungle. And obviously they just walk up behind OMG. Pick up the first blood for Deft here on Twitch. What a great start. He's gonna be swapping to the top lane. We talk about how the bottom lane matchup was in favor of OMG, and obviously also you want to shut down this Aurelia early on.
Yeah, especially if you are trying to get this Twitch to that early Blade of the Ruin King. He's already got the first blood. Now he's going to freeze up on the top side.
OMG were not ready for this lane switch at all, because you can see Samsung Blue, they started out buddy system, no problem. Akon following Spirit around in that jungle, whereas Gogoin was up in the top lane, and suddenly they appeared. And he's like, guys, anyone gonna help me? I need to protect this blue buff now because Samsung Blue are on the invade.
They're really, really aggressive early on here. Gogoin staying around as the only member so far. Rest of OMG wants to join.
This is very hard for OMG to secure. It looks like they're gonna get 3 buffed here. Everybody collapsing for blue. They haven't called Deft yet.
It's a 4-man pile-on right now. OMG, it's going to be a smite fight, and I think it's Spirit that will take this one. Lovelin tries to stick around the side. There it is. It's a 3-buff start.
Yeah, this is great play by Samsung Blue because they know they have the AD carry on the top side. They know down this bottom side, San is sitting on Tristana. So there's 5 members from Samsung Blue on the top side of the map. Therefore, they can take control of it, secure the blue buff. The 4 members from OMG couldn't stop them. And if they stay around now, they can also go towards the top side and force OMG away from this top lane.
Yeah, a little bit lazy for OMG to start on their own red buff like that. Definitely is going to cost them early here as they try to fend this turret. At least they do have an extra lane of experience. Tristana's now trying to shove the lane into that turret down bottom. No, he's got it pushing back against him.
So while we had the fight at the blue buff here, Akon couldn't actually teleport down to this bottom lane, which meant he didn't get to pick up the farm. San had pushed into the tower first because he didn't manage to get the freeze, and he actually managed to bounce it on the tower here. So he can now start freezing, which is Akon.
He just leveled, that was an explosive shot explosion right there. So he's leveled explosive shot.
Why would he do that?
So he won't be able to freeze it for long. He's got a really big wave pushing towards him though, so it's not going to be an immediate push, but
that must have been a mistake.
He won't be able to freeze it past this wave. Why? This is the last time he'll be able to keep it on his side.
Yeah, why would he go with that one? Maybe he just did it from level 1, who knows?
Wouldn't matter anyway, they come to shove it.
Yep, they're going to shove it down, and now San will clear it out on towards that tower. So, not a great start, honestly, for OMG here. We'll see how it continues. San should be able to pick up the majority of this wave. We'll miss that last shot there. Spirit hovering around and moving in towards there, double buffed up, coming around the backside of Cool, who himself has been obviously keeping the pressure on Def, but he's got to be careful. He should be able to slide through on Spirit. Counter gang comes in, going to draw them in though. Cool taken very low. Has to throw out that wind wall, and that's going to force him back to base.
Forcing him back to base here, and down this bottom lane, we can see Data7 actually recall from the top lane. He's going to try and be on the bottom side of the map now to help San. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to deny any farm from Akon. They might not be able to do it anyway because of the explosive shot from San.
Look at the control from Blue. They didn't have to bring Heart down to the Dragon to defend it at all. Spirit did a good job controlling that bottom side of the jungle. In the early gank mid, they got control. So now after they call it back, they have plenty of time to bring Heart down, and there's not going to be much of a rebuttal from OMG.
All this sweet XP for Akon here. And also because OMG had sent so many members to the top side of the map, Samsung Blue didn't have to worry about an early Dragon at all. They could go back to their own jungle and farm a little bit, and Akon could just walk down to this bottom lane. So we have to keep an eye on the CS and the level between these two top laners.
But you've got to wonder, Def, is he going to be able to trade with GoGo if he starts to get those levels on him? They've got to be careful he doesn't stick around a little bit too long in this 1v1 lane. He will instead. There's 2 levels over him right now, so no harm on him whatsoever, but they've got to keep an eye on Lovely.
Well, right now it looks like Heart is taking this opportunity to get a bit deeper ward coverage in the blue side jungle to protect Deft up in this top side. So they will be able to keep track of Loveling fairly easily as he makes his way up onto this blue side of the jungle. Meanwhile, down here, Dada77 has just been sitting in the lane. And it's been up to Cool, actually. Cool had to go roam and place the deep wards for OMG.
And we actually often see OMG place these very deep wards early on to try and spot the junglers. They don't just ward around their own lane. They want to get into the jungle, put on the camps, see where Spirit is moving around. And obviously, we often talk about Spirit, how he's a bit more of a passive jungler who focuses on counter ganking and the team fighting. But it's simply also because his laners are very strong and somewhat passive as well. They like to just sit back and farm. They don't necessarily need a lot of action early, which opens up for Spirit to just farm and become very, very strong for the team fights, which we will get in the future.
Leaving the straight up duel. Uh-oh, GoGo in caught out here. Does get the stun down on Def, but he's going to turn a big chunk of damage. Didn't get the expunge at the end there.
Came back with his Cutlass ready to roll and immediately forces going out of lane with a huge wave here. That's going to be a teleport discrepancy. He has to teleport back to, or he's going to lose it. Well, he will get dove.
This one. Samsung Blue can drive.
They can dive him.
TPing in as well. He cancelled it.
He cancelled it, yeah.
Double cancel, so the entire wave here lost from Going. The tower will go down as well. Samsung Blue can then swap down to this bottom lane. And Going, he lost a lot of experience and CS right here.
I think that Blue could have waited on that teleport for Going's teleport to completely finish and then trap him there and make him run all the way back. But they scared him off, and it's going to be the entire wave denied.
Yeah.
They get the turret very, very low. They can take it whenever they want. OMG can also answer, though, because they've got that explosive shot Tristana, been shoving the entire time.
Exactly. Acorn was forced away from this one, so he's also losing out in this bottom wave as well. We'll see whether Sandis decide to finish the turret off. Wouldn't be surprised. You can see Loveling is waiting just off at the side, expecting some sort of counter, but it hasn't come. Top tower also did not go down, by the way. Going. Shockwave pulled on towards Cool. Flash goes in. Wimble. Is it enough? I'm not sure. One more basic attack. There's the ignite. Dade takes down Cool in a 1v1.
Yeah, not the first time we have seen Cool dying 1v1 in this tournament here. It's honestly been a sloppy performance from him. If you look at all the games played by OMG, he had a good game against Fnatic where he managed to kill Xpeke 1 versus 1, but that's actually been about it for Cool. He's not been performing as we expected.
And look at what that gives Blue. Immediately, the entire team floods into this side of the jungle. They take mid, and they're going to dive.
Oh, and the tower's going to drop as well. They're going to dive around the side. Going's got nowhere to hide here, and that's going to be one more hit. That will go to Spirit.
The mid goes down and the floodgates open. Blue just jump on that, taking the entire side of the map. They had already pre-warded it. They knew this was just a very easy move up to the top, tower down, and now they've got complete control. Is that wave bounced back too? They've even got the wave up top pushing back against them. They can even freeze this. So much control for Blue right now.
And we always see this pre-planning from Samsung Blue. Place the wards to make sure we can go for the dive up top lane. We're not gonna get surprised by OMG. They are starting the dragon down here. Only hard is actually nearby. This should be a dragon boost.
Yeah, they should be able to take it, so that's a good counter. It does keep them within gold reaches because objectives were starting to fall across the map for OMG.
The problem still stands, though. That top wave right there is going to be in front of the turret, right where Acorn wants it. There's nothing on the bottom side of the map to draw Blue away from that. So as long as they are able to protect him up there, he should be able to keep it. Oh, it runs all the way into the turret.
Well, still, he's going to get all the farm. He's going to get all the XP here. And Going is not level 6 yet on his Aurelia. He's going towards the Phage, actually delaying, getting a Sheen as well, so he won't have the instant burst from it. Right now, he is pretty far behind, and they actually decide to send him down this bottom lane just to try and get some farm one-on-one against Def.
So OMG's point of view right now is that they need to shove this top side. They need to get that thing down. They don't want to let Acorn grow big in the top side. Send 2 members up there right now. They might even send Lee Sin up there to make sure. But bottom side, it's the exact same mirror answer here for Blue.
How confident is Deft feeling? Well, it doesn't matter because Watch is coming out to join him. It's a 3v1 dive and Going. He's starting to back away. He's starting to sniff something's up, but he's too late, I think. Spirit will catch on. There's the slow from Heart. The ultimate is running. It should just give him enough lifesteal, and he hangs on for now. The top turret also, though, OMG, they will collapse on this one. Santa's going to take it.
Yeah, mirrored plays.
But this trade is in favor of Samsung Blue because if you look at the top laners, Kale, while you of course want to get strong for the late game, if you want to kill people, you don't have to because of your ulti. You have utility for your team, even if you are behind and have 0 items. You provide as such a strong ulti. Aurelia, she needs to get going. She needs to get a Trinity Force, otherwise she's not going to do anything in team fights.
Loveland feeling the pressure in his own jungle as well. Spirit's in around there. Samuel finally claps down that top turret. So even in turrets right now, but that middle turret, it's a desperate move. With Samsung Blue, they're going to move in. Cool has to back off. It's just going to take one swing of the sword, and that will go down.
They're also setting up a pick here. You see, Deft and Heart were waiting in that bush to see if someone would come by.
It's a 5-man push.
Sitting on a ward. 5 men in mid. This is a Twitch tower siege at 11.5 minutes.
Just look at the wards also around this mid lane here. Everything was pre-warded. They know we can just rotate from bottom lane straight to mid lane. The tower was already low because Cool died one-on-one earlier. And Samsung Blue getting the lead and being able to shut down this Aurelia early on.
One thing that was just shown that will slow them down on these tower sieges is that wind wall. Once Tristana gets fed enough and gets those items on, they will be able to clear those waves off. So Samsung Blue need to keep their maneuvering going, but as of yet, it is all working out so well for them from that very first level 1 kill.
Yeah, Twitch is not the greatest AD carry at actually sieging a tower, but he has the Janna shield to help him. You even have Dade there with his own shield and intervention if needed. There's a lot of protection for him if he wants to go in and hit these towers. And there's not a lot of instant wave diff.
It's a trap.
I mean, OMG, this is the second time he's making a very offensive move with no ward coverage here for OMG. This is a completely risky play from Cool. If he shows himself, he's toast, but he holds on to it.
They saw him down here in this ward. Look at down, it's in this bottom lane. There's a ward from Samsung Blue. They saw Cool run from the base. Also managed to spot Loveling here and decides to just back away. Don't actually want to deal with all these members from OMG.
Yeah, they were waiting for him to jump on that, but he doesn't quite take the bait.
Yeah, it's a tense move because the pressure they are under, the fact that they had that great victory earlier on, the adrenaline must have been absolutely pumping through their veins, and they do hold on. Dada will clear out that pink ward. Will give them a little bit of vision, but instantly we see Hart replace another ward down the bottom and clear out the pink that OMG just placed.
And OMG, because again they're running these items. Oh, Hart. Let's see if he actually wants to place the ward.
Oh, that was
safe.
not even close.
He is safe, but because OMG once again is running these fight comps, you cannot afford to fall behind, because if you cannot engage in a straight up team fight, you're just gonna watch all your towers die, you're gonna watch all objectives go over to the enemy team, and then the game is over. You need to be able to engage and win fights.
You can see Acorn making a move. He's heading down towards the mid lane. That's freeing up going in the top lane, but it does mean that Samsung Blue are starting to collapse in and around that mid. They're going to back off. They're buying. It's free time for going, of course, because the wave was shoved in by Acorn, so he couldn't really go any further. But it does give OMG a little bit of a respite.
The thing is, here goes Deft. Looks like he might be looking for somebody out of position. Again, that's Tristan.
Oh, he's going.
Has a knock away. He should be fine.
Yeah. Quick rocky jump away. The HP's
whoa.
San, he's going for it. San having to use the heal there, so Summoner Spell had to be burnt in the end.
He didn't use his ulti before Rocket jumping away, so he does have to burn a Summoner Spell. But again, let's take a look at those team fights, because OMG, well, it looks like they do have a pretty good team fight comp. There's so many answers from Blue. If the Janna Tornado can push back the initial charge from OMG's Aurelia and Yasuo, they've got this intervention for the Yasuo ultimate. If he even gets that knock-up off on Twitch, the ultimate there from Kale is going to be key. So really it's going to be about how many members can get CC'd at once from Blue. If Blue spread out appropriately, they shouldn't lose that team fight because they have so many answers. The exhaust, the Janna, and the intervention. There's just too many things for them to deal with. So OMG got to kind of get it spread out. Whoop.
Oh, they're going to go straight on Donna. He should be in trouble. One more hit. There it is. San gets the kill. They finally get themselves on the board. And now, just in time with 12 seconds before the Dragon.
Yeah, OMG, they do have the pick potential here with the Tristana and the Yasuo to set it up, or the Lee Sin to set it up. Very important pick here. They should be able to take the Dragon as well.
One of my favorite things to see is not having to rely on the Lee Sin plus Yasuo. Like Complexity, they go for the Tristana knockback plus Yasuo, and that pick does award them control over Dragon. They've got teleport on Aurelia, so it'd be very hard for Blue to actually take this fight. The pieces of Blue are so important. They need everybody to pull this team fight off.
Yeah, they have to be as a team if their comp wants to counter OMG. If they stay just 1v1, 2v2, then OMG is looking really, really strong with all their bruises. Let's see what Dada 7 can do.
They're going for it. Dada having to flash out of that one. He may get locked in. Spirit jumps up. There's one kill go down. Lovely with a good kick, forces them away. The top lane was shoved in. That's why Acorn's going to teleport. He's going to get himself a big chunk of experience once again and gold as these waves crash against the tower.
That's going to be a big level 10 for him, closing in on that level 2 ultimate fairly soon. Much needed pick there for Blue. Let's see how much ward coverage they can get after the pick. Trying to clean out this red side.
Well, at the moment, OMG slow to respond. Ultimate coming out from Coco will get interrupted by the Howling Gale, but waves will get cleared. Deft once again stealthing in, looking to pop up on someone. Didn't have Bladed Rune King ready though, so it was a risky maneuver. They're sticking around. He's on top of a ward. Have they swept it? Now they will. Now they realize it.
Remember, Acorn has no teleport. He's up in this top lane pushing here. Every other member on the map was around this mid lane. Death and Hard going down to this bottom. They don't actually want to fight right now, Samsung Blue. They're probably still looking just to scale up here. They want to have the Ghost Blade on your Twitch as well, so you have this fantastic like 6-7 seconds where you have the Ghost Blade, where you have your ulti as well to just destroy people if you pop out in a good position.
Yeah, I mean, people always mention the late game scaling of Tristana, but Twitch is a massive, massive AD carry in team fights in the late game.
Yes. Twitch is all about this burst you can do, doing your ulti, doing your ghost blade, and when you pop out of stealth with your Q, which is why these Twitch players on the professional level, if your positioning is not perfect, when you pop up in a team fight, then you get punished.
And it comes back to the importance of that precision timing for Blue to pull this team out. Because if one of those pieces is not there, if that intervention is not in range, if the Janna knockback is not on time, then everything will collapse very quickly. All the members individually are squishy. So if OMG get that split-second opening, then they can knock them over like dominoes.
Deft playing it safe, had that pick ward in the bush, so didn't push any further. Aqua Prism so close to catching on Heart there. The Snake Wave absolutely miles wide. He will back away. Blue buff to Dade there. He's going to pick that one up and keep himself clean. There's not really been any invade, honestly, from OMG to put any pressure on any of the buffs right now. It was all about Samsung Blue getting a triple buff start that's worked so well for them, and they've kept that small gold lead ever since then.
Yeah, OMG's mid-game has been slowed down quite a lot because Going was so far behind after this lane swap here. And now they obviously hit the point where they want to wait for Cool and Sand to be stronger before they really want to fight. Deft always sneaking in here, just poking a little bit, but you need your Tristana now to get past the mid-game point, and you need these two crucial items on your Yasuo before you can really start looking for more team fights.
Teleport not available here.
No,
Cool is pushing on this tower.
It's
going to get a lot of damage on this one. You can see Acorns in the top. They were trying to set up a gank of their own. Going was across there. Heart tries to come across. Loveling does block him away, and they will back off. Wasn't too big a threat on them, honestly, but that's again, lack of vision. They didn't really know what was coming.
There's a big chance we're just going to see OMG continue this 1-3-1 split push they've been doing, where you have going in the top lane, you have Cool down the bottom lane, and then obviously Sand sitting in the mid lane with his static shift. Once he completes it, and just wave clears on Tristana, and that way you spread out Samsung Blue. As you talked about, Kobe, if Samsung Blue is not together as a unit, they will die. They are very squishy. They cannot defend themselves then. And suddenly OMG could actually control the game.
And we gotta give, props to Deft. We were wondering about what his confidence level was gonna be like today. On Twitch, he has been going for those assassinations. He's been sneaking up for the ambushes.
Lovely. Waiting. I've been noticing Loveland and Cool very much working as a team, working as that buddy system, trying to come around, trying to put some pressure on towards his mid turret. But again, Samsung Blue read that situation. 5 members quickly there to defend it, while the red buff goes across to Deft.
And we did just hear about the synergy between Loveling and Cool in his mid lane, of course, outside of the game. Very, very good friends. Maybe too good friends, we don't really know, judging from the video. Seemed like at least they enjoy each other's company.
I don't know where you're going with that one, that's for sure.
Oh, that is great fun.
I dare not.
Me and Kobe are good friends too.
For Samsung Blue at the top lane. We do see Acorn shoving that wave out once again. Deft was sticking around nearby, wasn't sure if they were going to find anyone to push in. Lack of ward coverage, honestly, coming out from OMG. They don't really have the vision requirements to make any plays on Samsung Blue. They're just playing this one safe.
Speaking of that vision, I mean, look how close the vision war is right now.
Yeah.
It's right down the river. Both teams know that if they get caught off guard, that split-second opening, the damage is there. The pick potential is there. I mean, we've seen bubbles dodged by a hair, making the difference between life and death. Now, with Dragon coming up, we do get to see Blue grouping up. They want to make use of all of these little pieces of their team comp in unison. See if we can actually get a picture.
But remember,
team fight.
OMG are putting pressure on towards the middle turret. We do see Dade going to kind of cut across. Here comes Deft. Can he start something off here? Stealths in towards them. Going is ready and waiting to strike. Windwall will block off a lot of the damage. Ratatat is running and pounding down on towards OMG. They are forced away from this one. They cannot get close or involved in the next Dragon.
And that's really the power here of Samsung Blue and their comp. When you have an AD carry like that, this might not be over yet. You're chasing for Loveling.
Loveling doesn't want to use that kick, but he may well have to. Force his spirit into the Dragon. He's like, all right, I'll start it off. No problem.
That probably should be the Dragon too, because that assassination attempt from Deft was all about getting damage down and forcing OMG off of this objective. He had the confidence to go straight up to the front line of OMG.
Why did they re-engage? I do not know. But they're going to try and turn it around. The fact that Rat-a-tat-tat is not available. Intervention being used very early on Deft there. Lovely.
still have
Tries to
Monsoon.
safeguard.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh, Shockwave doesn't land either. Skill shots are flying left and right, but nothing is landing. Samsung Blue are going to force OMG away. The win wall once again blocking off. And this is a risky play.
Oh,
It
Deft
goes
not done.
this time around. He tries to get on towards Cool. Lot of damage coming through. This time they will find their target and they get themselves a kill.
And you can see, Deft has the confidence because there's intervention at his back. Monsoon still holding on to that one for Blue. He can go straight up to the front line, open up, because he knows he has the rest of the team there at his back, ready.
And OMG at this point, they shouldn't be looking for these big team fights. They can give up this dragon because we see Samsung Blue, when there are 5 people together, how confident they are, how they can start fights, and OMG had to run away instantly as his Twitch pops out. Because they know if we jump him, well, there's going to be a Shockwave in our face. He's going to get the ulti from Kill as well, and we won't be able to kill him. So 5 versus 5, heavily in favor of Samsung Blue at the moment.
All right, so fighting over the wards here. They, again, jump right into the front line. Yes, intervention is down, but again, they're still holding on to that one card. Shockwave completely misses, doesn't matter. OMG can't re-engage on this. They just stick around here without much that they can gain. And then Deft comes in from the side. Cool trying to clean up that minion wave.
A little bit of greed at the end there, but OMG, you can't help but notice they came from 3 different directions.
There he is again.
So tricky. That is dead. I don't think he's going to get away. Or is he? There they go on towards Harko, going baited into it. I think he's going to go down. Shockwave flushed away, but Spirit goes deep on this one with the intervention on him. The tower hits will be cancelled out, but OMG go down one more man again, and that's going to open up this middle turret for Samsung Blue.
It's all about this one pick from Samsung Blue every single time. Deft is the guy sneaking in the front line as the AD
Not done
carry,
yet.
get the kill, and just start pushing down these towers. It's going to be another one.
They have so much push potential.
Oh,
Lovely going incredibly deep. Picks out Deft for the ultimate of Cool, but he just does next to no damage. The exhaust instantaneously down. Dade gets himself a double. They can keep on pushing through the base. OMG are just going at them, bouncing off them like flies on a wall. And Samsung Blue take themselves an easy inhibitor.
Yeah, that was only a 2-man attempt on a 5-man Samsung Blue team there. Even if you do get that combo, not going to be much cleanup power here. Tristana finally at 2 items, but in a big hole here for OMG.
Yeah, and Monsoon is still ready from hard. I don't think we've seen him use it yet because he didn't have to. I mean, Deft was perfectly fine.
Exactly.
Before.
They're playing so well with just the intervention being burned. They get so much damage down in the window that they have with that intervention up that there's no chance for OMG to turn around. They've already sustained too many casualties.
But OMG, again, they had the option to avoid the team fights, split push on the map with the Aurelia, with the Yasuo. They did the same against Fnatic when they had Zed. They kept walking into 5 versus 5 team fights, which actually went in favor of Fnatic, which was one of the reasons this game lasted so long as well, because Fnatic got the lead going. OMG, I know in China, in LPL, you don't see a lot of split pushing because teams are so good at forcing team fights and kind of remove you from the split pushing part. But in this game, it's the way to win for OMG. They have to split push. They can't go in 5 versus 5. They can never kill them.
Look at a 5-man push to mid lane. Take a couple of tower hits. Will Samsung Blue react quick enough, or will his tower finally fall? They've been trying hard on it. There's a lot of hit points on it. Samsung Blue are starting to collapse. The shield goes down there, and I'm not sure they've got enough to take it in this wave. They have 4 members bearing down on them. Deft trying to flank around the side once again. What's all happening? Acorn, of course, is continuing to keep that bottom wave pressure on them. And again, forced away from the mid turret.
Uh-oh, vision control over Baron. That is a very, very bad thing for OMG. There's so much damage on this blue team. They can take that very quickly. And if you go into Fog of War versus this team, a shockwave on one of these jungle pathways, your whole team will be dead in an instant.
Going, just teleport it back. I think he's going to teleport on towards this ward at the side. They have vision. There's going to scry an orb. They can see them on it right now, but our Baron's going down so quickly. I think Samsung Blue will take it before they get close enough, and OMG have to back away. Lovely caught out. Got no one to safeguard to. They just left him on his own. And that was a simple pick off. And Samsung Blue, they may just ram this straight down OMG's throat.
they're going for it.
Sand's going to get caught out. Rat-a-tat-tat from range. One more shot. There it is. Contaminate pulled the trigger. And Deft gets himself another.
What a beautiful quadra threat team from Blue, and they're gonna march it on. That is the game.
27 minutes gone in this game, and Samsung Blue gonna keep on pushing it, taking down the first Nexus turret, the second one. Will they push on? They've got super minions with them. Why the hell not? They have full control with that Baron Bomb. Def goes sneaking in, gets that attack speed bonus, and takes down another Nexus turret. This is full control from a very strong team. Cool tries what he can. Shockwave pulled too late. He was already dead. Didn't matter. They're going to get themselves a Nexus and a strong, strong victory for Samsung Blue against OMG.
Yeah, really great comp here from Samsung Blue. Comp we have seen before as well. You have Spirit playing their team fighting junglers like Kha'Zix, where he can clean up fights. He loves to do it. But I have to say, OMG, they're really showing they only have one playstyle, which is just 5 versus 5 team fights. I mean, they had the option to split push. We've seen it before, and they refused to do it. Maybe because they don't feel confident in their split pushing abilities. I don't know what it is.
I mean, they had that one moment where they got to pick mid, and that's about it. This was a scary, scary game from Blue. Very impressive.
And again, I mean, Samsung Blue, they get the perfect game for them. They want to have these team fights, and OMG playing straight into it. They say, okay, let's keep team fighting, let's keep team fighting. We are weaker, but we're going to keep trying. We lost, we want to contest every single objective. We always talk about it with OMG. And then it just gave Samsung Blue a fairly easy win, to be honest.
I mean, this is why